Hey guys, welcome back to the All Gen Gamers podcast. This is episode number 103. We are recording this on July 17th. I am the Middle Jesus, Middle Jesus Rocks, and I'm joined by my hosts. See, I don't do these enough. We're going to keep right on going, though. We have John, Gamester81. How's it going, buddy?
Good, man. What's going on?
Not much. We're also joined with Mr. Pete Dorr. How's it going?
Pretty good.
Awesome. And of course, Jason Heine of the EMU Review. Jason, how's it going?
Well, hello there. I'm doing wonderful.
Excellent. We have a very special guest tonight. I've actually recently subscribed to his channel, so I was pretty excited to see that we're having Chris on. He's a guy who runs a really cool channel on YouTube. It's NES Complex. Chris, how's it going?
Not bad. How's it going, guys?
It's going well.
Just want to say thank you for having me on. This is kind of like a dream almost to be on this podcast. I've been listening since the first episode, so
wow,
it's awesome. We appreciate that for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's cool. Now, as we mentioned before, of course, we are nude from the waist down, and as you indicated, you are as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's all we ask.
That's the only way to record this. So yeah.
It is. It's too hot in California over here, so yeah.
That's cool. Now, tell us a little bit about your channel, how it got started, and what you like to do on it.
Well, I've actually been wanting to have a channel for a very long time, and actually signed up, I think 2.5 years ago. I set everything up. I set up the backgrounds and everything. I was ready to go, but then I just got a little bit concerned. Like, is there room for one more? I mean, there's so many channels out there, and I thought that I wanted to make sure that I had something to offer that might be a little bit different, a little bit of a different spin at least than what I was seeing out there. And so I waited a long time, and then finally, I guess I was getting back into Atari, and I kept watching a lot of the Classic Game Room episodes about different games, and I thought, there's stuff sort of like that, but I didn't see anything like that about Nintendo games, where he had little mini reviews of pretty much every Atari 2600 game that I could find, and I just wanted to do something similar with NES games. And so I just thought of this simple concept of just getting to the nuts and bolts of a game. Is it fun? Instead of just talking, like rating graphics and rating sound, just did I have fun playing it? I mean, isn't that really what we want to know? Is a game
absolutely
fun? And so I just wanted to cut it down. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Chris. I didn't mean to cut you off there, but
No
go ahead. No, I'll ask you a little bit later. Go ahead.
I don't know what I was going to say.
I was going to ask you, I know we usually ask our guests what their favorite game of all time is. Do you happen to know what that is?
Oh, man, there's no question about it. I think I knew it the first time I played it even, and that's Super Metroid. And nice. I know some people have different opinions of Super Metroid, whether or not they appreciate it as much as I do, but it seems like a lot of people recognize the art form that I think Super Metroid is, because I think Super Metroid is more than just a game at this point. The way people speed run it, and they shaving off seconds by perfectly timing every single aspect of it. It's really an art form. And one thing I really appreciate about the game is the ability to break the way the game was designed to be finished, getting things out of order, exploiting glitches, and that sort of thing. It sets that game apart, in my opinion.
Well, Mr. Pete Dorr and the Jason Heine here we do have a question for you about the Metroid style of games.
Yeah,
and I know Mr. Pete and I we're curious if you enjoyed the what is it, Pete? The Metroidvania style of games. I just had to say it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, actually, I wonder about, like, a lot of people seem to hate that phrase, and
That's
I don't
why
really
I
know.
said it.
Yeah, why though?
I have no idea either. I just think it's funny.
Now, Chris, you're being a little modest about your videos. I want to kind of get back to for a second, because I'm really impressed with your quality of videos that you do, and I was just curious. I mean, do you have a background in video editing?
No, no, I'm just a teacher. I do videos for my class, and I edit them quite a bit. But no.
Wow.
I think I watch a lot of videos, and I don't know, maybe I caught some things here and there. Mm-hmm. I try to imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, right? So I try to borrow ideas and how people cut things, and when music comes into a cut, things like that. Just stuff I saw.
Yeah.
What do you use to edit, Chris? What program?
Well, if you watch my videos, about the 5th or 6th video, I just got a MacBook Pro, and I bought Adobe Premiere Elements, which I'm not really that happy with, actually. But that's currently what I'm using.
Yeah, they're excellent quality. So, and
Well,
also
thank you.
too, the lighting as well is something that a lot of people, when they first start off with, don't know that they need to have good lighting, and you definitely have that. So,
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I came
ahead.
across a cool idea for lighting that I've been using, and I just bought some PVC pipe. And there's a fabric called non-run nylon or something like that, and I just kind of screwed it in, made like a sheet of this nylon, and I have a light behind it that diffuses the light, so it creates a soft light, and it only costs about $20 to make. So I've been using those.
Huh, I might have to steal that idea. That sounds awesome.
you guys want to hear a funny story? Speaking of lighting, like when I first started off, my camera was just a Canon, really shitty Canon camera that I got for pretty much as a wedding gift, and kind of got me into YouTube. I don't think I've ever explained that, but parents got me this camcorder, and really poor quality. It wasn't HD. It was like the lighting was terrible. I mean, like it wouldn't pick up light for life of it. So like I struggled for a long time getting lighting, as far as like, because my earlier videos, if you guys noticed, they're very, very dark. And it got to the point where I am getting like floodlights for some reason. I don't know why, because I was a noob when it came to this kind of thing. And I got floodlights to help me out with some of my lighting. It got to the point I had like 4 or 5 of these hooked up in my upstairs, and I still couldn't get lighting right. But not only was I sweating my ass off, and it was, keep in mind I live in Phoenix, where it's always, Jason knows it's 115 out, right? It's hot. But so I'm sweating in my videos. Not only that, but like I shit you not, I like blew out breakers. Like literally, like my power would go out, and I had to go outside and switch a breaker and see what's going on. So like, it's time to invest in a new camera, and
the lights that I
really,
use.
really important.
I was going to say the lights that I use are pretty much like that. I only have 2, but they're soft boxes, but they have 500-watt bulbs in each one of them.
Yeah.
And it gets very warm. But the thing about cutting videos, and especially with low-end cameras, is that typically your lighting needs to be twice as much as it normally would. And so if it appears bright to you in the room, then it'll probably appear normal to people on the camera, unless you just have like great equipment, which I certainly don't. But yeah.
I just wanted to offer up a little tip that not many people know about on YouTube. They have like a sort of a very basic lighting editor and stuff built into YouTube. So when you upload a video, you can actually edit it. And let's just say that you forgot to adjust the lighting in your editing program, or you don't have an editing program. Like let's say you're using Windows Movie Maker, which a lot of people do. You can go right into YouTube, and it allows you to play with settings like temperature. So if your videos make everything look like sort of cold and like a bluish tint, you can go in and adjust the color and make it look more natural, like get some better skin tones and everything, which I've done some of my videos, like I've uploaded them. I'm like, I just look too pale and white. Like just the lighting was too, it just didn't look right. And you can just go right into YouTube, and it takes a little bit to render it out, but it'll change the coloring for you. They also have a shakiness editor, which I have used before on, it's good for videos where you're walking around and you're using a camera that doesn't have like any kind of, what do you call it?
Stabilization.
Stabilization. And it was funny because I recently did it on the Metroid video that I uploaded for the Metroid figure, and obviously that's a stationary camera, but it's like, hey, your video is shaky. I'm like, it is? Okay. I guess because I was moving the Metroid all over the place, and I tried to use the stabilization filter on that to smooth it out. It turned the video into like this really trippy, like wavy, like the background is like pulsating and the camera's like zooming in and out, and I'm like, what in the hell? I had to quickly undo it, and it took a while to render it back to normal. But I mean, YouTube has these features, and most of them work pretty well. So people that didn't know, next time you upload a video, just go to the edit feature, and they got some pretty decent stuff in there.
The notification.
Like you can chop out front and like if you uploaded a video and you're not happy with like the start of it, you can chop out you can crop it too. It's pretty decent.
The notification on it would say like, watch while high for best results.
That reminds me, guys, have you, the Game Chasers obviously make amazing videos, right? Really high quality. But earlier this year, they uploaded this one that Billy took from his cell phone. Did you see that one? And essentially his cell phone was dying, I believe, and so it would record his face and him talking, but then it would trip out to like this demonic voice, and the picture would blur, and it was the coolest thing. It was so awesome. Anyways,
I remember seeing that.
Yeah, it was really funny, and actually they got a lot of shit for it because I think Billy just threw it up there because he thought it was funny, and I totally got it. I was just like, man, this is one of the weirdest, most bizarre videos ever. But yeah. Anyways, you should definitely check it out if you like the Game Chasers.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Chris, you mentioned you're a teacher, right?
Yeah.
What do you teach? Let's get into some of that.
Well, I know it seems like a very non-video game related thing, but I'm so passionate about games that I can't just be a teacher. I have to, use my whole personality. And so I spent quite a bit of time kind of analyzing and dissecting what it is about games that makes them fun. Because at the core, video game is actually failing a lot. You die a lot, yet we keep trying to play. But in a classroom, if a kid fails, it seems like they often want to just shut down. And so I was just thinking, what is it that keeps people coming back? But I broke it down, and things like choice. In a game, you have choice. You're not just restricted. I mean, some, I guess you are, but in general, you have choices. And even split-second decisions, it's all about choice. And so in my class, I don't always I do have direct lessons, but I have a period of time that I call Choose Your Own Adventure, where I give kids a point total, and they have to, get as many different assignments to reach this point total. And I've designed like 50 assignments, things like make a MySpace page for a historical figure, even though MySpace is dead. It's Facebook now, actually. I forgot I just changed that. But, or to do like trading cards for historical figures. So I'm a history teacher, and all these different types of strange assignments, and so there's choice there.
Make sure to follow us, the All Gen Gamers podcast, on Facebook and Twitter. Subscribe to us on YouTube and in iTunes. And don't forget about those iTunes ratings, guys. We appreciate those. And for all other info, links, and our forum, please visit www.allgengamers.com.